Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, it's good to see some familiar faces, some new faces. We're still waiting for a couple people to jump in here. Okay, and welcome to the first Mindful Poetry Moments gathering of 2023. Let me get some more people in. We are very excited to have you all here and to have a grounding moment and to write and hear some really great poetry. So I am going to get us started. We have a very tight hour of things to do and things to create and talk about, so we won't waste any time. I would like to pass the torch now to our meditation facilitator, Elena Estella Green. She is the Wellspring co-fellow for this year, and we're very excited to have her here. So Elena, would you like to take us into the meditation to get us grounded?
Thank you, Bryce. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be here and to introduce the meditation. I want you all to get comfortable. You'll look pretty comfortable anyway. And just sink in or center, whatever word you use to kind of, put your focus on the interior. So we'll get started. Now you could either close your eyes or you could focus on my candle, like in soft focus. Can you see my candle? Okay. And let's just spend a few moments in silence. Let's take a collective breath, really deep one. And you can let out with a sigh or an ah or silent. So closing your eyes or soft focus, gently ground yourself in your body. Let's have some feet planted on the floor, being soft, but also focused with a straight spine. Scan your body with your inner eye and relax each part of your body. Starting at the top of your head, that's where that important chakra is. Wherever you feel tension, focus your attention and silently say, relax. Face, jaw, we hold a lot of tension in our jaw, and just say, relax. Neck, shoulders, arms, hands, relax. Focusing on your stomach, your gut, your hips, scanning your thighs, relax. Your knees, those hardworking knees, especially if you're middle-aged like me, those knees, calves, ankles, feel your feet and tell them to relax. Now bring your mind's eye to your chest. Use breath to center yourself. Rest in the area near your heart. Imagine a forest, a beach, a park, a backyard, looking out the window. And this part is taken from the poet herself, Diane Ackerman. It's her little meditation before the poem that Barbara will introduce. And at this point, you could start traveling to more to the room, kind of open your eyes softly, and I will recite this meditation. I invite you to take this as a meditation. You might listen to the insinuations of birds and feel the hot breath of sun, maybe not today, on your cheek. Or look very closely at a single facet of nature, a flower, a snail, a leaf. Maybe notice all the surprising things that squirrels can do with their tails. Then think about your loved ones and open your heart to them and to all of humankind, and to our plant and animal neighbors too. The whole tapestry of life on earth. And then I invite you to listen to this poem. Thank you.
Really beautiful. Thank you, Elena. Especially that part about being gentle, I think, is a great segue into our writing time. So I'm going to introduce Barbara, Barbara Schwartzbach has been coming to some of our mindful poetry gatherings and has selected the poem for today. And I will let her introduce it. So I will pass it over to you, Barbara.
Thank you, Bryce. And Elena, that brought tears to my eyes. I like, whoa, now I have to go, please. I just need to take a breath, because the way you read it and your voice and your tone, just, I am a lover of Diane Ackerman. That's why I chose this poem. And I have been fortunate enough to hear her speak with my book group many, many years ago. And she is just an amazing human being. And I am a big fan of hers. I've read almost all her books, both fiction, poetry, nonfiction. She has the heart of a poet and the mind of a scientist. So she writes beautifully about nature. And just, I was pleasantly surprised when this poem got picked, because I feel like I'm representing Diane Ackerman. And I love her, so I am going to go ahead and read School Prayer, if you want to put it up. And
okay, I'm also going to put a link in the chat for anyone who would like to read it separately. But
okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's School Prayer by Diane Ackerman. In the name of the daybreak and the eyelids of morning and the wayfaring moon and the night when it departs, I swear I will not dishonor my soul with hatred, but offer myself humbly as a guardian of nature, as a healer of misery, as a messenger of wonder, as an architect of peace. In the name of the sun and its mirrors, and the day that embraces it, and the cloud veils drawn over it, and the uttermost night, and the male and the female, and the plants bursting with seed, and the crowning seasons of the firefly and the apple. I will honor all life, wherever and in whatever form it may dwell, on earth my home, and in the mansions of the stars. And I'd just like to add that what's really also amazing for me was that when she was a student and in her master's and PhD program, Carl Sagan was one of her advisors, and then was her master's thesis or doctorate thesis person. And he was so moved by her writings on the planets that he actually sent a letter to Timothy Leary, those of you old enough to know who that is, when he was in prison, saying, this is a poet to watch, this is a poet to watch. And I believe that was back in the 70s. So I think, as I said before, she really does write with the poet's heart and the scientific mind. And when she decided to write this poem, it was when Congress was thinking of reinstating prayer in public schools. And she felt like an honor to be given that opportunity to write a prayer that could be used, but she believed deeply in the separation of church and state and felt that the natural world is what is important to praise so young citizens can grow up to caring individuals. And as an educator, I agree with her 100% and just love this idea that it's to really look and embrace nature as our home. So my prompt, the other thing that was interesting is that this is the first poem in a book titled I Praise My Destroyer. And I really recommend the whole book because I think that title in itself is such a powerful title. And then to have the first poem be school prayer. So my prompt for us to think about and write about is to compose a prayer for school children, something that speaks to you and is something that's close to my heart. And I can't think of anything else to really say at this point.
That was great. Yes. Thank you so much, Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want to prepare for writing time, I'll drop the prompt in the chat again, and it's to write a prayer for school. And however that may be interpreted by you. So I will set the timer for about 10 minutes, and then we will come back and share and listen in fellowship. Okay, I think we are ready to start sharing. I'm very excited to hear what everybody was coming up with. So, what we'll do is if you are able to raise your hand with the Zoom reactions, and then Barbara will sort of choose from who has their hand up. I think that is how we will do it. So, would anyone like to go first?
I see Sharon.
Okay, I'm getting,
Thank you for being a volunteer too.
okay. I doubt that any little kid would actually say this, but school prayer, may I be what I am, becoming wiser, stronger, more sure of what belongs in myself and what does not. Help me to decorate my life in the warmth that love provides and not shrink my soul with the ice of hate. May I call the earth my home and remember to let it grow wild with what it is and take away what harms it. May I find courage to purchase life with the treasury of my values and find peace among the joys I bought.
Wowza. I think, wow. I'm always very impressed because I need like a week to write something. And every time I've participated in these circles, I get blown away by the poetry that people can just put out there in 10 minutes. So thank you. Thank you.
You betcha.
And wow. Okay, Patricia, would you like to go next?
Sure. The school prayer. When sun's rays reach, yet can't sustain, when daylight wanes and labor strains the heart, recall winter's womb enfolds the seeds of spring. The thrasher sings both dusk and dawn, we'll make his song ours.
Nice, very nice. Thank you. I'm just going to go. Emily, would you like to go next?
Sure, I'd love to. I called mine the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh,
Pledge allegiance to the grass as it passes beneath your red clay tinged gym shoes. Pledge allegiance to the dewy monkey bars hooting and hollering for your playful attention. Pledge allegiance to your brother's smaller hand in yours, in your barely bigger one, and the protection you already give to another human in the world. Pledge allegiance to the raindrops collecting in the puddles your mom asked you not to jump in on the way to school. Save them for 2:30, or don't. Pledge allegiance to the wind blowing on your bare arms, your coat trailing behind you, even though your dad is wearing a scarf and a hat and gloves this morning. Pledge allegiance to each child who greets you. Pledge allegiance to every smile and wave from a teacher. Pledge allegiance to Doug, the beagle, laughing at all you small children, filing into a brick building from his perch in a Honda CRV. Pledge allegiance to the earth that brought you here. Pledge allegiance to the warmth of family, friend, teacher, mentor that hold you here. And pledge allegiance to your tiny voice and your tiny head and your small spirit and your small body and your imagination bursting from you and your deep knowing inside of you. Pledge allegiance to all of that. The flag will be just fine.
wow. I have tears in my eyes. I'm like, wow, for all of these. It almost feels like each one gets better and better, if that's even possible. So Wade, you're up. Wow.
Slightly different direction.
Okay.
To those who will be set on fire, Our thoughts and prayers should calm your protestations. To those who cannot breathe, take comfort in the new soaring atrium that overlooks the street. Know that the best minds of old have designed this sanctum to marshal your spirit. And as you are on fire, quiet yourself. What will be, will be. And as you cannot breathe, come again and again to this church of the past. Find here our shared treasure of martial glory. As you succumb, listen. Listen silently to the heedless dead.
Wow.
Sorry.
No, thank you for that. I was a little curious, like what direction this could go in, because there's obviously so many with so much going on in our world, and that was really nice. I feel like I want to get a copy of all of these and send them to Diane, and because they're just amazing so far. Thank you. Nina, would you like to go?
Sure. Okay. Praise walls empty of multiplication as you carry the knowledge within you. May your eyes always be open to new wonder. Know each of your successes is celebrated even when we forget to put our applause to sound. May your heart be filled with pride and friendship. When the day feels long and you reach too much, take a breath, a long, deep one. Breathe in all your hopes and exhale your knotted thoughts. We learn here, we grow here, we belong here, each of you essential elements, raised and nurtured with kindled fire inside.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Elena, would you like to go?
Thank you, Barbara. So I used the last line, Mansions of the Stars, as a prompt. Mansions of the Stars, a school prayer. Stars are such friendly things. At night on a New York City roof, we tried to count them. I know now that it was a way to make us sleepy. We said traditional prayers before bed, but the stars hummed in my mind. Beautiful hymns against the backdrop of night. Life was simple for 5 years. Trauma is for another tale. Nature was my teacher then. Thank God for Central Park, the tiny waterfall where years later I buried my dog's ashes. I fell in love with birds, a universe in a rectangle of green. The breeze from Belvedere Castle, where we played Camelot. We ate Chinese food and fed the ducks. This is a memory prayer. Just before school, I would cram as many stars in my pocket, and a trail of stardust led from home with mother to my desk of possibility. Thank you.
Wowza. Wowza. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very nice. Elaine Mayer, is it?
Yes. I pray for a friend who's not afraid of my father and who will go on walks with me in the summer in my neighborhood when school is closed and it will be hard to see my friends. I pray for someone who likes to read like I do and wants to be alone sometimes, and who also might like to climb trees. I thank you for my mind and body, for lunch and recess time, and for Mrs. Whitmore, who gives me cookies.
Oh, wonderful, beautiful. Bryce, do you want to go?
Yeah. Mine is pretty short and sort of a prayer to my old high school self. It's called Students Should Sleep. Now I lay me down to sleep. No more tests or grades to keep. The day is done and rest has come until school's in tomorrow.
Fun. Thank you. That's a nice one. Very reflective. Sarah, would you like to go?
Thank you. I'm still crying over previous poems and I don't have any.
I
tissues, so bear with
understand.
me. This is an incomplete poem. I ran out of time. It's called A Prayer for Niece and Nephew. In the name of meadows and the trembling of flower petals and the dancing of sunbeams and the shimmering of fresh air, I swear I will honor your futures with wonder and offer myself humbly as a safe place for curiosity, as a home for fierce debate, as a mirror for questions, as a garden for young minds. In the name of the mockingbird and her night song, and the branch that supports her, and the wind that carries her, and the blackest earth, and the worm and the roly-poly, and the hive bursting with honey, and the crowning cumulus of the nest and the compost, I will honor all life, this whole world that sustains you. ... I haven't finished it. Thank you.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. These are all up there with Diane, in my opinion. Anyway, how about Troy? Would you like to go?
Sure.
Thanks.
Might feel a little lengthy. It needs some editing, but what a fun prompt. And you guys, so juicy. In the name of the, yeah, here we go. In the name of the stranger hunched over across the street, marching and shouting, walking against the wind. In the name of the man who has come out to the door, opening to see what the fuss is all about. In the name of the winter bare trees waving in praise. I make of my life a promise to welcome what I cannot understand, to guard what is precious to others like it is ours, to nourish what is growing, to celebrate the builders of school boards and corporations and faiths that welcome and nourish me. In the name of this warmth I feel in my chest, connected to the power of my feet and arms, in cadence with the pumping heart and its deep passion, harmonizing with a mind that seeks to sort and make sense of this life I've been born into. I will not break faith with love. I will not invade another to save myself or control what is larger than me. I will not abandon another, casting them with inventive stories of shame. I will stay connected and aware. I will follow gifts, tools, and teachings that aid my awareness and connection. I will build these for others with my very life, in class and home today. In the name of this moment, when parts of the poem make sense while other parts may set me into bewilderment or overwhelm, I will stay, welcoming fear and love. I will say yes to this intention. I will say no to any that would sow the tyranny of suffering in my life. I will sing this with my name. Like staring compassionately into the mirror when brushing my teeth, I will let my yes crown like a new green raspberry, and I will wait, trusting the sun and soil to ripen it red and soft. I even say yes today to the days of harvest, tasting the berry of this life I lead, the fruit of my yeses and my nos.
Wowza. I feel like each of these poems is just like heartfelt, and I feel like I want to go slower to hear them again. It's really remarkable what everybody has done so far, and I'm wow. Ellen, would you like to go? Austin?
Yeah, sure. Sorry about that. I had to.
No, I just.
Yeah. Well, I apologize. Somebody had to go to the school shooting part scene. And
No,
that's where
I
went.
was wondering, yeah, no apologies.
That's where I went with good intentions, untitled so far. When you are called to kneel in silence, bowed beneath your desks, the alarm announced, the door locked. May the firecrackers in the distance fade away. May the sound never come near where you pray. May the danger, the gun spray dissipate. May the monster never exist. Just as the shadows in your dark room are replaced by a loved one's embrace. Just as the morning chases the dark dreams. Just as the sun breaks open dawn's egg each day. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Christy, would you like to go, please?
Sure.
Oh, great.
I called it a prayer for this day. The me in me greets the you in you. Today, let me learn to see you as you see. Together discovering wonders great and small, the pattern of nines multiplying, the height of the Sphinx, how you think in colors while intuition guides me. Let us endeavor to marvel at that which is foreign to us, while gently expressing our deepest truth, walking this world hand in hand.
Oh, beautiful. Very nice. Maureen, would you like to go?
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't have my camera on. I've been having difficulty for like the past week or so. I also took a dark turn, just like Ellen. So content warning. It's time for school and a prayer. I pray that you wake and have a hearty breakfast, colorful and vibrant. I pray that you are nourished. I pray that you arrive safely, whether you're strolling, carpooling, or on the bus. I pray that you are safeguarded. I pray that you find your friends, the kind ones and the bossy ones. Play, sunbathe, imagine, and learn. I pray for your innocence. I pray that you are who you are without fear or reservation. May your roots be watered and held sacred. I pray that you are protected. I pray that you repeat this dance, that you nurture and relish it, that you make it back home and to every destination. I pray for your return. I pray that the systems that mean to harm you, destroy your vitality, your identity, and your spirit are not guided by bullets and bigotry. This time, I pray for them. I pray that they learn how to love instead of learning how to shoot. It's time for school. This is my prayer, my plea. Thank you.
Heartfelt. Really heartfelt. Raina?
Hello.
Hi.
Continuing in the same vein of trigger warning for everyone. This is a prayer for school. It's very short. A prayer for school. Children crouched down will not recite soldiers' prayers. Will hide under desks at play. Will hide under desks at play, and only then for joy. That's it.
Wow. Wow. Is there anyone that I've missed that that I don't see everybody, so I can't tell.
I think that is all for today. These are really,
Oh.
really good, guys. These are moving. You guys are such artists, everyone.
They really are. Again am totally amazed at in 10 minutes what people who have presented have put together. It's really, really a treat to listen to. I feel like I'm hearing sort of echoes of Diane Ackerman and everybody's poems, even though they're all individual and all different. And I did somewhat wonder about because of all the horrors that are happening with schools, how this would. So it was really wonderful to hear everybody's poems, and I look forward to seeing them in print.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, all of you, for being here, and to Barbara and Elena for helping me. As Sarah said, yes, this is my first time facilitating, and thank you for making it so easy. I just wanted to announce our next gathering, which is going to be the last one before our April sessions, and our April sessions are once every week in April. And those are the poems that we generate in those sessions will be for the publication for Mindful Poetry 2023, which we will edit over the summer and publish sometime in August. So our next gathering is going to be February 22nd, and I'm going to put this up. February 22nd, the same time. And we're going to be reading Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson and We Are of a Tribe by Alberto Rios, with facilitated by Emily Little and Katie Rouse, who are with us today. Hello, thank you for being here. And meditation by Stacy Sims. So I will follow up with all of this in an email, and also an opportunity for you to send me your poems, and I will compile them into our news story that we can share out, so that we can all reread these beautiful poems and catch all of those beautiful little details. So thank you for being here, and we will have one final read of the poem. Would anyone like to read us out? Elena, yeah, would you like to?
School Prayer by Diane Ackerman. In the name of the daybreak and the eyelids of morning and the wayfaring moon and the night when it departs, I swear I will not dishonor my soul with hatred, but offer myself humbly as a guardian of nature, as a healer of misery, as a messenger of wonder, as an architect of peace. In the name of the sun and its mirrors, and the day that embraces it, and the cloud veils drawn over it, and the uttermost night, and the male and the female, and the plants bursting with seed, and the crowning seasons of the firefly and the apple. I will honor all life, wherever and in whatever form it may dwell, on earth, my home, and in the mansions of the stars. School Prayer, Diane Ackerman.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Well, thank you all so much for being here, and I hope that this has been nourishing for you this month, and for your week. And we hope to see you next month on February 22nd. All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you all. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So good to see you guys.
You too.
Very special.
Mhm.
Very special.